What's up, fishing fam? If you're new to the channel, my name is Maz and you are watching Catching Chum Fish. Before we get the video started, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. Anyway, in today's video, we're going to be doing a little review video on the Hoodoo Impulse 120. Alright guys, so we're going to start out with the front of the kayak. So, first of all, you've got these really nice big grippy handles up here. So those are really helpful for, carrying this thing around wherever you need to go. Moving down a little farther, they've got some more little bungee cords so you can strap down your paddle or whatever you need to strap down. And of course, right up here, this is a really big thing that I really like about this kayak is the amount of storage that it has, and this compartment right here is really nice. So you just open it up right here with these little things right here, and you just slide it right up. You got tons of space in here. You can fit trays, you can fit whatever you need to put in there. Tons of space, so that's really great. Moving down a little farther, of course the kayak has got this really nice foam grippy bottom right here, so that when you're standing up in the kayak or whatever, you've got a lot of grip. You're not gonna slip around the kayak or anything. You've got these nice plugs just in case it gets a little wet in there or something. You can always unplug, put those back in, get the water out, anything that you need to do. And then up here, we've got another really nice compartment. It's probably one of my favorite ones because it's right in front of the seat. You got tons of space, throw some soft plastics in there, whatever you need. Got another plug in there just in case it gets wet in there too. And then we've got some nice rod holders up here. Got one here, got another one over here, and there's two in the back there, which is really nice. And of course, we've got a really nice foam seat right here, very comfortable, so that when you're out on the water for a long day, and you just need to take a break, it's super comfortable. You can sit in it all you want. You got this nice fin drive handle right here, which is really helpful. I really like these pedal kayaks because it's so much more convenient than a paddle, because you can just pedal it and throw your baits out there and keep reeling as you're going along. So that's another thing that really draws me in to the pedal kayak kind of places, which is really cool. I really like these things. We got another compartment back here, which is really nice. There, of course, this thing is absolutely loaded. It's kind of like a little dry bag down there. Put whatever you need back in there, which is super helpful. This one up here, I don't believe is a compartment, but it's still nice. You can get to your rope system, and that's kind of how this thing moves back here. They've got these ropes in here, and the ropes string through this little cord right there so that they don't get torn up or anything, which is really nice. Got, of course, good foam padding right here for whatever you need back there. And this thing is absolutely loaded, guys, with whatever you need. It has tons of space for absolutely anything. And of course, it's got these really nice like rack mountings right here. You got ones in the back, you got some up in the middle up here, and you can even attach a fish finder to this thing, which is really impressive, especially for a kayak. I had no idea that this thing even actually came with a transducer plate and everything, which I thought was really cool. So this thing is absolutely loaded. This is definitely one of the best kayaks on the market for the price. Alright, so another really nice thing about this kayak is it has tons of these really heavy duty handles on basically all sides of the kayak. Got one over here, got one right here, and they're very strong on there, very secure. Got another one back here so that, whatever situation you might be in, you've got tons of handles to pull it out of the water, put it in the water. Doesn't really matter. You've got a lot of versatility there, which is really nice. So another reason I bought this kayak is I did not want to have to paddle around when I'm kayaking, because you have to put down your rod and then you got to paddle and stuff, which is really, it's hard to fish and do that all at the same time. So that's one of the reasons that I got a pedal kayak, is because You can pedal long, which first of all, it actually goes way faster than you can paddle, which is really convenient for when you're going long distance or anything. Like, you know, if you're going multiple miles, especially across big lakes, these pedal kayaks are much nicer for those situations. You can of course fish as you're pedaling along, which is really nice. And yeah, this thing is absolutely loaded down with anything that you need. And you're probably wondering, what is the price on this kayak? Well, this kayak is around $1,500, which you're probably thinking, wow, that's a lot of money. But for this type of kayak, that is a really good deal. For these types, normally your average is going to be about $2,500 to up to sometimes even $5,000, which I think is pretty crazy. But this one is put at about $1,500, which is absolutely an amazing price for everything this thing can really do. Alright guys, so I'm going to show kind of how the whole pedal drive thing works. If you don't know what a pedal drive kayak is, basically this is the pedal drive. So it's interesting, it's got these big fins right here, and how it moves is I'm actually going to put it in right here. So it slips right into this big hole right here, locks into place, and this is how you actually move. So it's almost like a bicycle. So you've got like these pedals up here, and it moves the fins back and forth, which is kind of interesting. You would really never think that that kind of motion would make this thing move along, but it actually goes really fast when you're going in the water. So that's really nice. You can get very far, very fast, and another cool thing about it is it's actually completely weedless. Like, it does not clog up when you're going through algae or anything like that. You can get right through that stuff with the pedal drive, which is really helpful. So that's really cool. And another really cool thing is this thing is really easy to pop out. So you've got these little hooks right here. So you just push that forward and slide it right out. So when it's either too shallow for this thing to go in the water, you can just slide it right out, pull it out of the kayak, stick it in the back, stick it in the front, you know, wherever you need it to. So that's really handy too. Alright guys, so let's move towards the back of the kayak now. So the way you can actually turn on this thing is this rudder system back here. And how this works is you've got the string up here, and basically you can pull it up and down, and you just pop it off right here, and you just let it slide down, goes into the water, and that is how you can turn. So that goes in the water, and then right over here is the handle, and this is how you turn. So this just slides right back and forth. So you don't have to use the paddle to turn, you just use this handle up here, and the rudder system is how you move back and forth, which is really cool. So you might be wondering, how did I get this big kayak down here? Well, it wouldn't be possible without the Vevor heavy duty kayak cart. And I really like this thing. It is a full aluminum frame with some really big 12-inch tires. Like, these are not your average size tires. These are some really big tires so that you can get it really anywhere. It's got a lot of height, especially that's really helpful when I'm pulling it actually behind my golf cart, which that's what I normally do. This thing is really heavy duty. It can hold up to 450 pounds, which is really helpful. So when you've got those bigger kayaks, especially like this one, this kayak, just the hull is like 120 pounds, I believe. So plus, you know, whatever you're bringing, it is a very heavy kayak. So really need a very strong cart. So another cool thing about this cart here is these tires are actually airless, so you don't have to worry about these, you know, popping or running out of air or anything like that. And so they're really, really strong. Another cool thing is it's got these little adjustable knobs down here so that you can really move the bars right here back and forth from any to any width that you need. So if you need to be more narrow or even wider, it can really change to basically any length that you need. And then you've also got this kickstand down here so that when you're just putting it on the ground, it'll stand right straight up, which is really helpful too. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get the drive in the water. I'm going to show you how easy and simple this is. So basically, you just grab your drive right here, and you stick it right into this big slot right here. Just hooks right in, and then after that, you just drop down your rudder, this string right here. That drops right into the water. Boom, you are ready to go. You've got your handle over here, so you can turn back and forth, and you can just pedal your way around. And this thing is actually really fast, which I was kind of surprised. When I first got this, I didn't think it was going to be very fast. I just thought it was going to be convenient that I could pedal, but honestly, it's actually very, very fast. So I'm also going to show you all what the difference is between pedaling and paddling. I'm going to show how much easier it is to pedal and how much faster it is to pedal than it is paddling. So first of all, we're just going to start out just pedaling. So when I'm pushing like as hard as I can, I mean, that's about how fast I can go, which is a lot faster than paddling. Now when I take out the drive and we start paddling, so I'm just gonna slip that right out, that right there, pull out the pin drive, lock it down, and then when I just start paddling, which first of all, I can't even hold my rod in my hands, which is another thing that's kind of annoying. Paddle kind of fast, but you can't even really go nearly as straight or as fast. And it's much harder to fish when you're paddling rather than pedaling. So another really cool feature about this kayak is how stable it is. You can really stand up in this thing and be totally safe. Like, I can honestly lean back and forth and really tilt this thing very aggressively. So if you have really choppy waters or anything like that, you'll be totally fine with this kayak. It's very, very stable, which I really like that, especially when you're fishing and you have to set the hook or anything when you're standing up. You don't have to worry about tipping the kayak over or anything. This thing is incredibly stable. So the only other things that are bad about this thing is the drive is it cannot go over structure without folding. So the first pedal drive system that they made, Hobie created it, and they made it so that when it went over structure, it can fold over. This one does not do that. So that is like one of the only cons about this kayak. Is that you kind of have to be careful where your structure is so that you don't mess up your drive. And the only other thing that I wish that this kayak had is that it could go backwards. But besides that, this thing has everything that you want for the right price. Alrighty guys, we are out on the brand new Hoodoo Impulse 120. Man, this kayak is really sweet. It's very stable, as you can tell. I can really, toss and turn this thing around, and we're still just chilling up here. I mean, I'm literally standing up in this thing, so it's a very, very stable kayak. But we're probably not going to be doing like a ton of like switching out baits, because this is like my first time using it and everything, kind of getting used to it. But we are going to be using my bait caster back here with, this is my Cast King Crixus Armor X bait caster on my Daiwa Aired X 7-foot medium heavy rod. And we've just got a little simple rattle trap tied up right here. Just a little chrome. It's kind of dirty right now because I was fishing this pond earlier, and there were tons of like algae and stuff in the water. It's kind of nasty, but it's looking a little better now. But I think for most of this, I'm gonna try and actually stand up. By the way, this is a pedal kayak. I don't know if you can see that. Yes, you can. Okay, I'm just making sure I can see the GoPro's perspective. But yeah, this thing is really sweet. It doesn't turn super sharp, so that's kind of a bummer. But it's a really nice kayak. It's very comfortable. I really can fit all my stuff in there that I want. And yeah, let's get to the fishing now. got bit. Yep, I got one. There we go, boys. Yes, the first fish on the kayak. Oh my gosh, he is pulling hard. What is this? Dude, that is a nice bass. Oh, wow. He is tugging. That is for sure, boys. Man, that is a nice one, actually. Wow. That was sweet. Dude, that bite was so hard. All right, come on. We gotta land him. This is a nice one, boys. Whoa. Don't come off. Don't come off. Yes, sir. That is what I'm talking about. That is a solid fish, guys. Just absolutely slapped that rage bug right up on that bank. Got him hooked pretty good right here. Nice, dude. The first time we go fishing out in the kayak, we catch a really nice bass right here, guys. Very, very nice bass. There we go. Got that hook out. Man, that is a solid fish. I'd say maybe like 2.5, something like that. Really, really good fish. Actually, you know what? It's kind of a process to get the scale, so we're gonna say this fish is about 2.5 pounds. Absolutely destroyed that rage bug. Absolutely a beautiful fish. Let's release her right down in the water. Boom, bada bing, guys. Off she goes back into the depths of the old neighborhood pond. Man, that was such a sweet bite. I can't even tell you how awesome that was.
So if you've been watching closely, you may have noticed something that I did.
Where's my rod?
Yeah, so I kind of dropped my rod in the water. And if my rage bug didn't land in my kayak, I would have totally lost my rod. Here's the scene where I dropped the rod in the water. And as you can tell, I obviously had no idea that I literally just dropped my rod in the water. And I thought that I might just point that out, especially for kayak fishermen, to be very careful with your rods and not to drop them in the water.
Oh my gosh, dude. I just dropped my rod in the water and I had no idea. What? No way. Dude, thank the Lord I just got that. Oh yeah, just got hit. Got one. There we go. There we go, guys. Nice, that's a good one. Whoa, dude, you see how high that thing has jumped? Holy cow, man. Wow, that is a nice one, guys. We got a really nice one on right here. Oh, he's barely hooked. He is barely hooked. Come here, baby. Yes, let's go. Second fish on the new kayak, baby. That is not a bad one, dude. He hit it really lightly, and I was like, oh, he's just a little guy. But honestly, that is a chunk fish. I mean, look at his nice sized belly right there. He was a fighter, that's for sure. That's a good fish, y'all. I knew there had to be at least one up around here, but pretty sweet. We're gonna probably just throw him right back in the water. All right, guys, let's get a release on this really nice bass right here. Looks like maybe two. Whoa, about to jump in the boat. Wow, I was not expecting that. I can kind of see her like starting to charge up, but she almost just launched herself right back into the boat, which would have been kind of funny. But sweet, got our first fish on the little green pumpkin rage bug, guys. I mean, the rage bug just never disappoints. That's what I've always figured out. And let's see if we can get another one. Oh, yep, just got slammed. I think we got him. Yep, there we go. Oh, he is a tiny little dude. I freaking launched him out of the water. Wow, that was hilarious. That is funny. Come here, buddy. Wow, just a teeny dude. But he was like, nah, man, I want that rage bug. And he got that rage bug. He is about the size of the rage bug, but he bit it. But hey, every bite counts, doesn't it? All right, buddy. Thank you for biting. Let's get you back in the water. Well, that was a happy little surprise right there. I was not expecting that. That was pretty cool. Not the size that I wanted, but hey, still a fish, right? You gotta respect them all, because some days you're just praying for a fish that size. And other days you're just like, yeah, it's bait. But today, I'm just having a good time on my kayak, and yeah, we're just gonna try and stay positive and catch some good fish. Yep, I'm getting bit. Got him. Got him. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Yeah. I thought that was a fish. That's a good one, too. Oh, yeah. It's a really nice one. Oh, he was like not really sure about it. And then once he latched down on that thing, he really got it good. Come here, buddy. Come here. Whoa. Oh yeah, that's a nice one, guys. Whoa. Boom. Whoa, what the heck's that? Sorry guys, it's a little crazy. There we go. All right, we just got ourselves a really nice bass. Man, he has got one heck of a head, that is for sure. I felt these really tiny little taps. Oh man, that was close. And I wasn't really sure about it, and I was like, huh, what is that? And then I was like, because it really felt like a sunfish or something, because it's just so non-aggressive. And then realized it was this nice one right here, guys. Really nice one. Boom. Kind of hooks him in a funny place, but here's another good shot. The nice fish. Easily like 2 1/4. Really good one. Let's get her right back in the water. All right. Let's get her right back in the water. Boom. Off she goes. Nice. Really sweet and subtle release right there. Finally got one right at the end, guys. I think I gotta head back because we are losing daylight. It is a process to get this thing out of the water and everything. So I'm gonna start making my way back over to the bank. But hey, we ended it off with a really nice fish. That's for sure. And I will catch y'all in the next fishing trip. Alrighty guys, it is the next, it's actually not the next day. It is a while later. I don't even know. What, has it been like a week now? Yeah, I think it's been a week. We are back out on the pond today, and we've got something a little special here. We've got a little tour grade Strike King skipping jig with, of course, the Strike King Rage Bug, because like I said, you can't beat it. It's the ultimate bait of all time, and everyone needs to know that and get them because they're the best baits. Anyway, I'm gonna be kind of getting up around these laydowns over here, and we're gonna see if we can skip some jigs under there, because that's what I feel like doing today, and it is fun. So make sure to stay tuned. I'm gonna try something a little different. I don't know how this is gonna go, but for some reason I feel like these fish are out deeper right now, and they should start feeding up for fall right now. So something is telling me put on a little crankbait right here. Get this little fella. Stick him on there. This is made by Major Craft. I think maybe I've heard of them. It's the Zoner Hunter. So it's got a nice little rattle to it. Kind of like a crawl color. I've heard this color works pretty good in the fall. So we're gonna tie this little bad boy on there. See if he can catch a fish. Okay. We've got the little Major Craft crankbait tied on right here. Looking pretty good. I like that sound. That sounds nice. So we're gonna kind of like beam it out in the middle and just crank it. Just get it deep. Maybe we got one actually. Oh yeah, we got one, boys. We got a fish on the board. Oh yeah, that's a nice one. That's a nice, holy cow, that's way bigger than I thought that was. Oh my gosh, that's a big one, that's a big one. Holy cow, that is a monster. Oh, he's like snagged. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Dude, that's a big one, that's a big one. Holy. Dude. Come here. Dude, second cast on the freaking crankbait, and I pull out a freaking jumbo bass. Holy moly. Oh, sorry guys, I gotta sit down and put this rod in my rod holder and not drop it in the water like I did earlier. Dude, it literally didn't feel like anything. And then, dude, that is a freaking chunk. A dunk right there. Woo! Dude, that mama just slammed it. Man, oh man, she's bleeding. Yeah. Should be able to pull that right out. All right, guys. That is an absolute chunk. Look at that tummy right there. She is bleeding a little bit. I would weigh her, but man, she's really bleeding. I can say this one's probably 3.5, maybe 4. This one is an absolute brute, but let's revive her in the water right here and let her go. All right, I think she is off in the depths. Just took her a second. That was a long fight. It was so weird because she barely got hooked in the gill and was bleeding a lot. Alrighty guys, we are in actually the other pond in my neighborhood today, and I am really pumped because I have never been able to fish this pond by kayak before, really. I think actually I have one time, but it wasn't my kayak. I just borrowed it from a friend. But there's so much water that we can explore out here that I've never really been to, and I really wanted to come out here today and do some fishing. It should be good. The wind is pretty strong today, and it's like 60 degrees. It is chilly, guys. Like, it is not warm today. But it should be good for a little bit of chatterbait fishing like I've got rigged up right here. So we're gonna be going to a few spots around here that look pretty good. Start taking a few casts. Yeah, I might be able to take a cast or two up here, but I don't know. You know, under that tree doesn't look too bad. So I'm gonna take a quick cast under there. I have no idea how shallow it is or anything up in there, but looks pretty decent. Alright, we're gonna take one quick cast up in here, boys and girls. Oh man, my pants are so wet right now. I don't know why I decided to tell you that, but I just did. Ooh, oh my gosh, dude, I got one. Whoa, that was so fast. I was not expecting to catch one just right there, right off the bat. Dang. Well, he is tiny, I'll tell you that. But what a cool bite and a cool place. Thank you, little dude, for biting. He's chunky, tell you that. Cool fish. Get you back in the water. Oh shoot, dude, I got another one. Right up in there. Little tiny little fella. But hey, it's a fish. I think that's a little bit of an upgrade. Oh yeah. Okay. Now that's not too bad. Now that ain't a bad fish. All right, a little bit of an upgrade. He's definitely got a tummy on him. It's like maybe he's got a little few battle scars on him too, but cool fish. Let's just get him right back in the water. Boom. Oh, there we go. Got another one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh my gosh, he's so tiny. These things fight so hard though. It's hilarious. You would not even believe how much strength these little Twinkies got. It's not really much to show, but it's kind of cool how you can just get back in some of these spots and they are just stacked. I mean, they are little tiny fellas, but hey, you gotta respect them all, right? Anyway, see you, buddy. Off he goes. Alright, I got a stupid idea, but it's also a good idea too. Sorry, Mom. I hurt myself. Alright, so there's some lures on top of this drain. I'm gonna see if I can get them. Ooh, that's a nice sized spider right there. Oh my gosh, look how many lures are up here. Dude, that's actually insane. There's like a ton of lures. Dude, we got a rattle trap right here. Let's go, baby. Dude, these are nice lures too. Oh my gosh, we just hit the jackpot, y'all. Oh, this is my friend's lure. No way. That's crazy, dude. That's literally my friend's lure right there. Guys, we absolutely hit the jackpot. Look at all these lures. I got like the OG Whopper Flopper, a Guggen Banger. That's a fire bait. We got some sort of jerk bait right here. Got a nice swim bait. We got a Bill Lewis rattle trap. For real, I'm not kidding. That's like probably like, I don't know, like 40 bucks worth of baits. That is so cool, guys. Absolutely loaded up on some baits. Let's get out of here. They're all jumping back in that corner again where I hooked that one. Oh shoot. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there we go. Don't break off, please. That's a nice one. Yeah, that's a good one. Dude, that was such a weird bite. Come on, come on. I can feel you. Yeah, that's a nice one. Come on. Oh, baby. This might be bigger than I thought it was. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. That's for sure. Come on. Come on. Come here. Come here. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a really good one. Come here. Yes. Let's go, baby. That's a freaking junk, dude. I did not realize he was that big. Yes, sir. Yes. Finally, dude. It was about time, dude. When I hooked him, I was like, I saw him jump. He was like, oh, he's like a 1. But dude, that's like a 2.5, maybe even a 3. You know what? Let's slap her on the scale and see what she weighs. Okay, so we got it zeroed out right now. I don't know how dark it is for y'all right now, but hopefully you can see this. Oops. Oh yeah. Yep, locked in 3.1. That's a solid fish right there. For sure. I'll take that any day, man. All right. Thank you, buddy, for biting. Man, what a solid fish, guys. Very, very healthy fish. Let's get her right back in the water. Boom, off she goes. All right, cool. All right, we have got to put up the old pedal drive around here because it is very, very shallow. back here, guys. Very shallow. And don't want to screw up our drive here. Got the drive out. So now we just gotta get around by paddle. It's gonna be a little bit more difficult, but I also don't want to screw up a $1,000 drive because that's not fun. Now this is probably way too big for the size of fish around this area, but I'd still like to give it a shot. You never know where those big bass are lurking. Dude, what the heck is that right there? There's no way it's a fish. Oh my gosh, dude, something just swiped that. I just watched that thing just get hammered. What the heck was that, bro? Gee, that thing was aggressive. This thing's so big. What in the world, man? Whatever that was hungry. Oh, I got him, I got him. Let's go. Oh, that is a tiny fish. Dude, what in the world? That bite, bro. What the heck? That was crazy. That is not a monster bass, but dude, I literally like sight fished that thing. Dang, guys, that is crazy. I literally had no clue there's a fish that shallow. Like, I was like, oh, there's no way there's any fish up in there. But I just proved that there was. But look at this fish, guys. That is not a very big bass. It's a solid fish, you know. Maybe 1 1/4, 1.5. I mean, he is pretty bold to go after this. I mean, that is wild. Man, that is crazy. I mean, for real, I've never seen this small of a bass go after a 6-inch bait. I mean, look at that. Look at the comparison here. I mean, that bait is half the size of him. Anyway, that is a solid fish, not gonna lie. Cannot complain about a fish that size, but let's get him right back in the water. Thank you for biting, buddy. Boom, off he goes. What a cool catch, guys. I mean, it was not a big one, but dude, I literally watched him just inhale that thing. That was so cool. But we got our first fish on the Mega Bass Mag Draft. That is pretty sweet. I'm not gonna lie, I was really doubting this bait. But like, now that I see a fish that small eat a bait this big, I mean, anything could eat this thing. Now I think about that. That is crazy though. But let's get back out there and catch some more fish. I like that bite. You better come pick up that jig, son. Ain't no way you're gonna leave it like that. Dude, I mean, that was just like, boom. Oh. Dude, I skipped it way back under there. That tree in the back. That is fun, dude. Oh yeah, I just got slammed. Got him. There we go, boys. Oh, he's running at me. Making my job easy. Woo! Yes, sir. Oh, dang, son. That's a biggin'. What in the world, dude? Dang, that was a nice one. Holy cow. Oh my gosh. Did you see the mouth on that thing? That is a monster, guys. That's a biggin'. That is a biggin'. Ooh, baby. Come on. Come on. Come here. Dude, she is angry. Look at that thing right there. That is a brute, guys. That is an absolute brute. Come here. Come here. No, 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 no. Don't you do that. Don't you spit it. Don't you spit it. Oh my gosh. That is a chunk, dude. Look at the mouth on that thing. That is an absolute unit, dude. Like, what in the world? That is one of the thickest bass I have ever caught on a jig. What in the world, dude? That is a literal like chunk. Look at the girth on that fish. This thing is massive. What in the world, guys? That is crazy. All right, let's get her on the scale and see how much one this weighs. Now that is a fall time fish right there. That's what I'm talking about, boys. All right, we got our scale zeroed out right here. Let's see how much she weighs. First, before I weigh her, how much do you think this fish weighs? That is a big chunk of fish. I'm gonna say, with that belly, man, I'm gonna say 4.5. That's what I'm gonna say. That's a 4.5 pounder right there. Oh, I'm gonna be close. 4.1, guys. 4.1, just barely coming in that 4 range. I tell you what, that is an absolute chunk right there. This fish is so short and thick, I can't even tell you. Look at the meat. I mean, that is a big chunk of fish. Let's get it right back in the water. Wow, guys, what an absolute tank. That is a really good one right there. And boom, off she goes back into the depths. That is what I'm talking about, boys. Big bass eat big jigs.